Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And today I'm actually using oracle cards. I'm using Self-Care Cards by Cheryl Richardson. And I just want to get a little bit of an overview, a little bit of insight into the upcoming week and what we can expect. Okay, so I'll start with the first card, which represents the beginning of the week, so like Monday, Tuesday. And we've got achievement, and the back of the card says, chase your dreams, you may be surprised by where they lead you. Okay. So, you're starting off the week strong, and I get the sense that you're gonna feel like you've made some kind of achievement or some kind of gain or some kind of discovery about yourself this week. This can show up in a couple different ways. So it could be like a kind of an inner discovery, like you sort of discover something about yourself that you didn't know, which gives you this sense of elation or excitement. And then the other meaning I'm getting from this card is that you feel like you've made some big achievements, either in your career, your work life, or your creative life, or whatever, but you feel like somehow in the outside world you've made some kind of attainment or achievement that you're feeling pretty good about and you're wanting to celebrate. I get a really strong sense, just looking at the moth, whenever I see moths and butterflies, I always get that sense of transformation and being able to transform yourself into something different. And so I get that feeling with this card, and I'm just gonna look at the back again because there's something on the back that stuck out to me. About chasing your dreams, you may be surprised by where they lead you. I feel like this card is not just about achievement, but it's about, it's almost about letting go of achievement and following, well, like the card says, following your dreams, but it's about following what is kind of interesting you at the moment, what's calling out to you, and kind of going off in that direction. I know I say that a lot, so I don't want to sound like a broken record always saying that in every reading, but I get the sense that sometimes in order to do that, in order to give ourselves permission or to allow ourselves to kind of follow our instincts and follow our interests, we have to let go of the need for achievement. And the irony here is that quite often we will get that real sense and that feeling of achievement when we let go of the need for it and just kind of follow your heart or follow your interests or go with your passions, follow your dreams. And it kind of happens organically when you do that, but I think if you're obsessed with achievement and achieving things, the opposite kind of happens. So the beginning of the week, trust your instincts and know that transformation and change and shift happens when you follow your heart and you follow, what calls to you and you go in that direction. And that can, be something really small, like you might just have this feeling like you want to sign up for a particular class or read a particular book or go to the park. You might have this urge to like go to the park one day, and then your rational mind or whatever will be like, no, you've got laundry to do, you've got things to do, you got to make dinner. And then so you're like, okay, no, I won't do it today. So I think the challenge this week is to kind of go with your urges and what you really want to do in the moment. I know that's sometimes kind of hard, if you have a tight schedule you've got to stick to, but try to do that as much as possible this week and see where it takes you. Okay, so the middle of the week we've got progress, and the back of this card says, charge forward, be willing to make mistakes. This card actually reminds me of the Chariot in the tarot deck. Okay, so I feel like we're kind of starting the week off strong with achievement, and then as we get into the week, it's even stronger with the progress card. And this is about moving forward. And moving forward, as the card suggests, you kind of have to be fearless. So letting go of those fears of making a mistake, or not necessarily letting go of them, but doing things anyway, taking action anyway, even though you feel fearful that you might make a mistake, or you might not do things quite right, or it might not be perfect. So moving forward and taking action anyway. I feel like this card is all about action and action steps. And interestingly, with the achievement card, we've got the girl going this way and we've got the horse going that way. So there does seem to be a real sense of movement, and fast movement too. I mean, she's running and this horse is like charging. So I'm getting the sense, like, I think all of us are really charging forward quite quickly in our lives. I think we're making spiritual progress very quickly. We're absorbing knowledge and information at a really alarming rate right now. And I think many of us are feeling called to take big action steps in our lives, more so than we normally are. So that's an interesting theme to take notice of. Okay, so then as we get to the end of the week, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you've got blessings. Oh, I'm just going to move my camera so you can see that. And the message on the back of the card says, count your blessings. A grateful heart attracts more joy, love, and prosperity. And this is interesting. This is actually kind of stands almost in stark contrast to the other two cards. The other two cards seem to be you know, they're charging forward, and she's sort of immobile, and she's got her eyes closed, and she's looking in the other direction. So I feel like by the time you get to the weekend this week, you're going to want to do some self-reflection. And when I look at this card, it feels like she's turning inward, and she's doing some inner work. And it's important, I think, to balance out, you know, the forward movement and the action steps and all that with doing, you know, the inner work and being still and receptive, so that you're not always just doing. You know, you're also receiving and just resting and relaxing. But as this card suggests, this is about looking for what's right in your life and what you're really happy about. And I know this card said something about being grateful for what you have or whatever. I feel like it's more about noticing what lights you up, noticing what you enjoy, what you appreciate, what is it around you that you appreciate, what do you want more of, you know, what are you so, you know, grateful for, what are you really glad that you have. And I think that's an important thing to do, especially when you're in this place of, you know, taking action and moving forward. It's important to stop and go within and reflect on why you're doing the things you're doing. So why are you taking action towards a particular goal? You know, what's the underlying motive? Why is that important? I think that's so important to do that, because otherwise, you know, you can otherwise it's almost kind of destructive if you're just, you know, chasing goals without really knowing why you're chasing them. So it's important to, I think, balance those two things out. Now I'm just going to take a quick step back. Oh, I just realized I can see my reflection in this card. I feel so exposed now. Okay. So just taking a quick step back, I'm just going to look and see if I notice anything else that jumps out at me. I feel like there's real magic happening this weekend. So I think if you're into doing like meditation or shamanic journeying, or even just like journaling or whatever it is that you like to do, I feel like there's this extra sense of magic happening this weekend. So there's this magical, like I'm just looking at all the stars and sparkles around her. There does seem to be this this sort of magical feeling with this card, and that's the only thing that's really jumping out at me. So please feel free to share in the comments below what jumps out at you in these cards. If there's a particular symbol or something that really stands out to you, or if you get a real sense of, you know, what these cards mean to you, feel free to share in the comments below. And my name is Kate. I'm from Daily Tarot Girl, and thank you so